What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm sharing with you some insane NHL arena concepts for all 32 NHL teams. I actually came across this on TikTok, so huge shout out to Narelm, hopefully I said her name right, but she's the one who actually made all these using some AI image generators, so I want to share them with you now as they're honestly so crazy. And real quick, guys, before I start going through all these arenas, I've actually made a TikTok recently. It's tactics.hd, so feel free to go follow me over there. I'm starting off here, guys. You can already see the Minnesota Wild. I really like this one. Animal statues up there at the top is like awesome. The wood logs there for like the entire outer wall of the arena. I even like the fact that they have like this natural moat here that you have to cross over on the wooden bridge. Such a sick arena. Imagine like actually ever going to this, watching a hockey game. Like, I can't believe it, especially too like it's way out there in the middle of the forest. There's no city around. It'd be incredible. Now obviously it'd cost probably like, you know, billions of dollars to make, but still would be super cool. Next year, guys, we got the St. Louis Blues. Now this one obviously got some giant instruments there all along the top. You've also got this massive organ on either side of the entrance. Now you will notice in this image and some of the later ones too, you can tell it's AI generated because like some of the things make no sense. They got like random crowds out here just along the outside, even like behind the arena. It looks like some massive crowd, like it's an arena within an arena apparently. So obviously like AI is just kind of messing up there. We're looking at the arena itself. So St. Louis Blues one pretty cool. I honestly think too, like hockey just lends itself to having like a no roof arena. I think it just looks so epic there, having like that rink open to the sky. Obviously it's not very practical if the arena is somewhere warm, the ice is going to melt, or if it's like snowing, that's going to build up on the rink, but still I like the look of it for sure. Next year, the Avalanche. Speaking of the snow, they got their arena built into the side of a mountain. I also like too, they got this giant Avs logo there plastered right against the mountain. Again, you can see kind of the crowds there on the outside for whatever reason. This one would honestly be so epic, and I think like the Minnesota Wild one, you can see they're not even close to the city, like they're literally in a mountain range, so it'd be pretty tough to get to. You know, some people might get lost along the way going to this hockey game, but I think it'd be well worth it. Next here, guys, we've got the LA Kings. Okay, this one, pretty fitting. It's straight up just a castle. That looks pretty epic. I feel like this is actually something you could potentially do. Probably have to have a roof, but I feel like you could actually make the outside of the arena castle walls like this. Grand opening there. You can see their logo. Maybe have like, you know, one of those giant castle gates. You got the rink in there. You've actually got some players on the ice, it looks like. I'm honestly getting like kind of Shrek vibes from the back here where, you know, Lord Farquaad would have been. But overall, the Kings one here, very sick. I think they even got like the palm trees because, you know, they know it's in LA. You can see some of the mountains in the background, some more trees. This one is actually in the city. Next year, guys, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay, so definitely an interesting vibe for this one. You got the maple leaf trees building like the outer wall. And then you got like this blue kind of LED screen, I guess you would call it, amongst the trees, which obviously for the blue and the Maple Leafs. Looks like they took this picture in the fall. This one's pretty sick. I feel like it'd be even better if trees actually had like blue leaves on top of them. I think that'd make this one even better. Now next up, guys, we got the New York Islanders. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the Islanders fans got gotten kind of dirty here. I mean, their arena's on the water, which is pretty sick, but other than that, it's a pretty normal-ish arena, except the fact it has an open top. You can see New York there. I feel like for them, they should have done something more with like the fisherman vibe. I feel like this one should have literally been in a boat harbor. Have a bunch of boats surrounding it, and maybe too like the walkway around it's all like, you know, wooden planks like you'd see at the harbor. As it stands, this one's probably the worst yet. I apologize to the Islanders fans. Next up here, the New Jersey Devils. This one is hardcore. If you're playing in New Jersey, you're literally just playing in hell. They got the giant like devil statue there. I don't even know where that like partial roof is coming from. You got the black spikes, the fire. Looks like some demons across the front of it. The fact he's literally got like this fire flowing out of his chest. This one's hardcore. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to go to this one. It's probably a little bit, you know, too evil for me, but yeah, definitely the most hardcore one yet. After the Devils, we got the Hurricanes. Okay, so this one, somehow using some technology, they got like this constant hurricane surrounding the arena. That is honestly kind of epic. I'm not sure how safe that is for anyone going to the games, but still very cool. And now next up, guys, after the Hurricanes, we have the Philadelphia Flyers. This is an interesting concept. Okay, so they got just giant jet engines all around the arena. This one looks like it might be the biggest one yet. Again, you got the crowds outside, which is so funny. Again, I'm not really sure how safe it is, jet engines above the crowd there, but if you got rid of the outer crowd, I feel like it wouldn't be, you know, too bad. This one's actually in the city. Apart from the jet engines, pretty normal-ish arena, but that definitely makes it, you know, pretty cool. Actually, it shows us in a city, but down here in the corner, that looks like the sky, and these are clouds. So this arena might be in a floating city, which I think makes it even more epic. After the Flyers here, guys, we got the Penguins, who straight up built the arena into a glacier. This one is pretty epic, too. You can see all these penguins here on this glacier watching the game from afar. Again, like, I don't know if you could ever do this, but if you could, imagine like taking a boat over to this giant glacier. That's where the arena is. Now next year, Nashville Predators. This one is crazy. This kind of gives me like Megalodon vibes. If it's supposed to be like a giant saber-toothed tiger, I mean, I don't know if that's what their mouth looks like. I'm getting more like Megalodon shark vibes, but it fits, I think, you know, with the Predators. You could have a Predator of the Sea, massive arena inside, and like you can see too, you're literally walking through like the skull there to get into the arena. That one too, you can see the city in the background. That's another very sick one. Again, most of these are super cool. This one might be my favorite yet, the San Jose Sharks. This is like sort of possible, I'd say. Imagine if they like just built an aquarium into the arena. Like you walk up and you see like all these sharks, and then on the inside you can actually see like the other side of the wall. I know at the Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium they have pools built into it, and if you go to like the Ripley's Aquarium, for instance, in Toronto, you can go underneath the shark aquarium. So I feel like this one could potentially be built within 100 years. I don't know if it'd be on this massive a scale, but I feel like the concept is possible. And again, I really like it. Like you're watching a game, and then at the same time you look to your right and you see like a shark just swimming around you. Next year, guys, New York Rangers. Okay, so I think both New York teams got kind of done dirty here. This one, I feel like you can kind of see some city in the distance, but for the Rangers here, I don't really know what they're going with. Like, it looks like some sort of more modern castle. Again, does it really fit the Rangers vibe? I don't know. I think this is probably maybe supposed to be in Central Park based on all the trees, the city in the distance, but probably not the best one. I think Islanders might still be worse and Rangers second worst. Again, both New York teams got done kind of dirty. This one here, the Calgary Flames. Oh my goodness. You like, how is this ice gonna stay frozen? It's just constant fire all along the outside, the inside. They got a literal hanging fireball above the arena. This one, I don't think could ever happen, but it would be pretty epic. I think, I don't know which one's gonna be safer, this one or the New Jersey Devils arena, but both are, you know, very hardcore arenas. Next up, Columbus Blue Jackets. Honestly, this one's probably the most realistic one yet. Like, it looked to just be this massive arena built in a city. You can see a partial open top there. They got the Blue Jackets logo along the top, just a lot of red, white, and blue. This one's really not too crazy like the Rangers, the Islanders, and again, I think it's actually the most realistic. Finally here, guys, the Ottawa Senators. This one is sick. Pretty much just a Roman Coliseum at the height of the Roman Empire with a hockey rink in the middle of it. Like, you can see all the pillars there, the statue. At the back, that's probably like where Caesar would watch the games. I think this one's really cool, and honestly, you probably could build this. Like, we definitely, you know, can make these kind of structures today. You could build that for the outside of the arena. You'd probably have a closed top, but again, this is actually one I think you could make. And if Ottawa went all out in making this, you know, spending billions of dollars, it'd be like the sickest arena in the world for sure. And now next year, guys, move on to the Vegas Golden Knights. Pretty similar concept to the LA Kings, but obviously a bit different looking of a castle. It's more gold. It's more big pillars here. And again, like the LA Kings, I feel like this is one you honestly could do, especially in Vegas. Like, they already have the Excalibur Hotel Casino, which is essentially a castle. Why not turn the arena into a castle as well? Obviously, they just built T-Mobile Arena, which is like brand new, but you could just go in and like build these castle walls all around the outside. So again, this is one I think is actually kind of possible, and I think would be really, really cool. After that, we got the Washington Capitals. Wow, okay, so they're straight up just playing in front of the Capitol building. I believe that's what it's called. I'm Canadian, so I'm not, you know, positive on the American stuff. This would be pretty sick. I don't think you could ever get, you know, the permits to do it, but if you did, imagine you're playing right there. You got Biden or whoever the president is just watching you. Kind of like a modern version, I guess, of the Senators Arena in that Roman Coliseum. Again, you got like the pillars there along the front. Like, this would be a pretty epic one as well. After that, we got the Montreal Canadiens. Okay. So this one is kind of like an ice palace, Christmas village. I'm liking this, honestly. A huge logo up there, like a, I don't even know, snow cone with the icicles coming down. You got like another one floating. You got the red, white, and blue. You got the Maple Leafs, which, you know, is for the Canadian flag. I think it's fine. I think this one's actually like really cool. Again, just gives me Christmas village vibes. This one would be pretty cool. This one is within the realm of physics, aside from like the floating snowball there. After that, you got the Seattle Kraken. Okay, you're just straight up playing on a giant pirate ship. I mean, this one would be nuts. I'm not sure about the mast there. That's literally right in the middle of the one end of the ice. But if they actually put it on the, you know, outside of the rink, this would be crazy. Kind of gives me like, if you guys ever played Mario Tennis, I'm pretty sure there's one tennis court you actually play on a pirate ship. And like the mast kind of gets in the way. So this would be epic. Maybe you could just have it docked so everyone, you know, walks off the dock onto the pirate ship. Kind of similar, I guess, like my Islanders idea. The Boston Bruins here. Wow. Look at that bear head. So I guess you walk inside the mouth into the arena. Like, that's pretty epic. And it looks like this is kind of supposed to be like a cave system, which makes sense. You know, bears hibernate in caves during the winter. You got like all the holes in it there. This one's sick. I think too, even kind of a play on TD Garden, like you got all the grass. It looks kind of like a natural garden maybe. This one's pretty simple, but at the same time I think it's really cool. After that, Chicago Blackhawks here. This one, you got some massive teepees around the outside. It looks like it's made of wood too, so I think it's supposed to be like a massive log cabin, essentially, with the rink inside of it. So I think that's pretty cool as long as it's done respectfully. I think this could be a very cool arena. After that, guys, you got the Tampa Bay Lightning. Wow. Okay, so kind of like the Gallery Flames. They just go full on with the element there. It's just surrounded by this lightning. It's kind of giving me like Electro vibes from the main Spider-Man 2, but this is sick. Again, I'm not sure this would pass any safety codes, but this would be insane. Like you're walking up to the arena, just electric coils surrounding it. Even when you're inside, you can see them all around. Obviously, in real life, like the Lightning have these kind of electric things that go off when they score. You see it actually in NHL 24, but this one would probably have like some massive electric shock thing. After that, the Florida Panthers. Wow, this one looks like it's straight out of a Disney movie or something. Like you're in the middle of the jungle. You got these like animal statues. You see the elephant at the top. I'm sure there's a panther in there somewhere. You got a lake next to it. Very natural vibe, much different than some of the rest of these. It looks like, yeah, you're literally, I can see the mountains. You're straight up in the middle of some like rainforest, jungle. I don't know. This would be epic. I don't know how you're going to get there, but I think too, you probably have like some stone seats, like an ancient arena. This is another very cool one. After that, you got the Detroit Red Wings. Okay, so interesting. We just got a couple giant wings there. I'm not sure about where they meet, what that's supposed to be. The white and red they got right. It's just some giant wings. Definitely wish they incorporated, you know, something with the winged wheel, right? So we should have had some tires, I think, along the outside of the walls. This one, I think, they definitely messed out on a little bit. Not the worst one yet, but definitely not one of the better ones, unfortunately. Buffalo Sabres here. I mean, this one you could do. Just a giant, you know, alternate logo there at the front, the crisscross swords. You walk in below that. Apart from that, like, it's not really that crazy of an arena, kind of like the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think, you know, definitely doable. I think all of these are just, you know, massive. And also, it looks like this arena is actually a baseball diamond with ice, so maybe they're playing a different sport. After that, guys, the Winnipeg Jets, you're just straight up playing inside of a massive jet. This one, I don't think you could do it, but it would be so sick. Like, imagine playing up to the arena, and you see the jet, you walk in through the wall down there, and then you're inside. Aerial shots, like, you know, show this massive jet. Again, I think a really cool concept. Next here, the Anaheim Ducks. Similar kind of the Red Wings, but they got the wings there on the side. I feel like they definitely should have went the Mighty Ducks for this one. Have like Wild Wings mask here on the duck head maybe. Make it the teal and purple colors opposed to the green and orange. But, I mean, it's not too bad either. Just not really my favorite. After that, the Arizona Coyotes. Okay. So we got like Coyote heads here. They're not looking the best, but they're like built into these rocks. Obviously, we're like right in the middle of the desert. This one's kind of sick. It's like very, again, natural vibe. The coyote heads, they got the cactuses too. It looks like, yeah, you're straight up in the middle of a desert. This one's a pretty cool one as well. Not the best or the worst. After that, the Dallas Stars, you just got a giant cowboy hat on top of the arena. I like it. I'm not sure, like, the view here for some of the people in these seats, how you can even see the ice. So again, kind of like the people that are sitting on the outside, some other one. This is like a similar thing. This would definitely just be a prop. And all the seats are just down below there. But I think, like, the bottom of the arena is very realistic. I don't know how hard it would be to build a giant cowboy hat on top. I think it's probably doable and it would be obviously make the arena super cool. After that, you got the Vancouver Canucks here. So you can actually see the city of Vancouver behind them. You got like the ocean there, the mountains. You can see that they got a couple massive totem poles here right next to the entrance. It looks like they actually got totem poles going around the whole thing. I think it'd be even cooler too if it looks like there's some water there. Maybe you had some orcas in the water. I know people aren't gonna like that because orcas aren't supposed to be in captivity. But in this, you know, make-believe land at this arena, if you had some orcas on the front as well, that would be sick. And finally here, guys, the Edmonton Oilers, they're just straight up playing on a massive oil rig. Honestly, like, it's pretty cool. Like, imagine taking your boat out to the oil rig, you go up some elevator, and then you walk in. Like, you just got this massive oil rig with all the cranes, and down on the ice, you got McDavid playing. Again, a very cool concept. So, overall, guys, I thought these were honestly so sick. I think if any NHL team could take any inspiration from these at all and just make the arena a little bit cooler, a little bit more futuristic looking, I personally would love it. I really like just the creativity. So let me know in the comment section which of these arenas was your favorite. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.